Hey y'all, hey, it's Galanda V. I don't have a topic today. I'm just going to be rambling, talking about mindfulness related stuff in my own life. So, if you are new here, my name is Galanda B. I'm an emotional awareness coach dedicated to helping you understand and connect with your emotions through mindfulness, enabling you to experience greater joy and peace in your life. Okay. So, life has been really busy. I have topics that I could talk about, but I didn't prepare. That happens sometimes, even with people who are mindful. But let me tell you something about emotional awareness and learning to really understand your emotions and the choices that you have. That even when you don't meet the goals that you set, that you can still manage to do what you need to do, and or even if it's a little bit late, like this video. So my life has been a lot busier than anticipated. Yeah. And in a good way. But I do have, you know, a few lessons that, I want to share with you all. A friend of mine who's a YouTuber, he was like, stop holding your mic. But, uh-oh, look, my whole top came off. Oh, well, maybe this is better. Anyway, I'm not re-recording this. Y'all gonna get this raw and unfiltered video today. And hot because I refuse to turn on the air. I probably could have turned the fan on, but I'm already recording now. Anyway, a few things I want to talk about. One is giving yourself time to adjust. So I've been here in Ghana about 6 months now, and I'm getting settled into my space. I actually have a mattress now. I still don't have a bed, and I realize I need some furniture. And I'm like, dang, I should just go out and buy something or get something made. But you know what, y'all? I'm going to find a place for this stuff that I got. Even though it may not be arranged in the way that I would like it to be arranged currently, I still have a place to lay my head, right? I still have secure shelter. So I'm not going to worry about it. The point being, give yourself grace when adjusting to new situations. Moving to a new place is never an easy task, okay? It doesn't matter if you just move to a different part of the same neighborhood, but moving to a whole nother continent, you need some time to adjust. So that is a reminder for you, and it is a reminder for me, right? Part of the reason I've been busy is because I volunteered to help some friends who coordinated a very significant event here in Ghana with a well-known wellness guide, and I was happy to help and support them in this endeavor. And so I want to talk a little bit about, showing up for people that you care about, that are your friends, right? You don't have to always have to have a label on what it is that you're going to do for them or know exactly what you can do for them. Show up for them. Support them when they ask for support. And support does not always mean financially. Now, in this particular case, I did support financially as well as in person, but I still could have supported them even if I hadn't financially. Show up, see what needs to be done, jump right in. You don't always have to ask, should I do this? Should I do that? Do you need me to do this? When you see stuff that needs to get done, do it. When you need clarification, ask it. But showing up for your friends doesn't always mean money. It might be sharing a post. It might just be letting them know that you see them making their best effort. So that was another thing I wanted to talk about. I did write a few notes while I was at the beach today. One of the things, though, I want to mention from this wellness event was talking about curbing gossip and pettiness. Now, I'm not a person who engages in this kind of behavior often. However, I am human. Yes, I do have petty moments, and yes, I do gossip, just not often. The point being that this is not behavior that you should be engaging in on a regular basis. And this wellness professional was talking about this as well. This is why I brought it up. And I mention this because I happen to be, fortunately, a reliable confidant to a lot of people. And I don't go around telling people's business. Just because someone shares something with you, don't take that as an opportunity to go tell somebody else. Okay? Sometimes people just want to be heard. Leave it where it is. Remember, in one of these other or many of these other videos where I talk about mindfulness, it's about being in the moment, being in that present moment. Whatever that present moment is, leave it right there. Don't pick it up and carry it somewhere else and give it to somebody else. Don't do that. Because I have noticed in my observances how gossiping and pettiness can be a detriment to you and to your community. Okay, what else I got on here? I'm hot and sweaty now, but earlier today I had the opportunity to go to the beach. I guess it's beach technically if it's sand and water, even though it may not be called the beach. Anyway, another thing I've realized since I've been here in Ghana is that no matter how hot it is, it could be blazing. When you're sitting by the water, it's always cool. It's always an amazing, amazing breeze. Okay? While sitting next to the water. And one of the things that I enjoy the most is, in addition to sitting in the sand next to the water and enjoying the breeze, is when I am in a shared taxi and I get to sit on the end and feel the breeze come through the window. I really love the wind. And then I started to think about this more, and I was like, Alonda, why do you like the wind so much? And then I realized I'm also an air sign. For those of you all who subscribe to, follow, engage in astrology, I am an air sign. And that's why I like the wind so much. That's why I love fans so much. And it's one of my favorite things here in Ghana is to feel the wind on my face, whether I'm in a pragya, whether I'm in a taxi, or if I'm sitting in the sand next to the water. Okay? In addition to this, kind of enjoying and talking about the things that I enjoy, one of the things that I loved about being here in Ghana is reimagining and relearning who I am in my full authenticity. Now, there are things about myself that I'm very sure and very clear of. However, I suppressed them for large portions of my life. And here in Ghana, I have been able to move in a way that feels comfortable and most authentic to me. And I love that for me. And I hope for that for every woman, especially every Black woman, that at some point, for some period of your life, that you can move in your full authentic self without worrying about, what others think about that or how others feel about you just being who you are. Here, I am who I am. And it shows up in how I how I move, right? I won't even say I don't. I show up as my authentic self everywhere I go, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm also enjoying exploring showing my authentic self in other creative ways, right? The other thing that I find interesting since I've been here, a lot of the talents that I have that I thought that I wanted to not engage in here seem to keep coming up. Like project management. You know, many of you may know, many of you may not know, I am a certified project manager. And somehow I seem to be engaging in a lot of activities where these skills come up. And I'm just like, hey, I didn't come here to do that. But it keeps happening. It's cool though. What it says to me is what we think that we want to do and how we engage may very well be a part of who we are. And you can't just turn the switch off or on some kind of activities that you do or things that you do because they are a part of who you are. Yeah. Lastly, I think I want to talk about consistency, right? One, I'm late on this video, so I'm slacking on the consistency there. But I also want to work on consistency in my movement practices, not exercise. I'm not an exercise person. I wouldn't say that. But I would like to be more consistent in my movement practices. And one of the reasons this came up for me is I was watching a video of the wellness professional that was here in Ghana recently. And this person is 70 years young and was able to move with ease in some amazing positions. I won't say specifically, but just let it be known that they moved with ease. And I was thinking to myself, Galanda, why aren't you moving with ease like that? And the reason is consistency, because I am not consistent in my movement practices. So, yeah, I am putting it out there to the world that I'm going to work on being more consistent in my movement practices. Are there things that you want to be more consistent in? I'm just, if it is, drop it down. Maybe we can hold each other accountable on these practices. I'm going to see. Maybe I'll do some, social media posts as a way to hold myself accountable for these movement practices. But yeah, I've been busy. I've been present. I've been reflecting on my own emotional awareness, and consistency and authenticity are two things that have been showing up for me. So if you got some things that have been showing up for y'all, let me know. That's it. That's all. Until next week on time, because this is my commitment to consistency. It's Galanda B, your emotional awareness coach. Until next time. Bye-bye.